This is a podcast website that I created. I used to host a podcast a long time ago for about 5 years. So I have a lot of experience. I've hosted like almost 300 episodes, and it was the biggest fly fishing podcast on the West Coast at one point. This is basically some old legacy data that I had from that podcast that I used to prop this up and structure the data model and whatnot. And this is kind of like my dream podcast website because there's nothing, I could never find anything out there at the time, and ended up building this recently. So anyway, there's, the homepage, episodes, guests, and hosts, and I'll get into some of it a little bit here. So everything is cross-referenced. So hosts go to episodes and shows. There's one to many, many, many relationships on those, and then for each episode, if you go into the episodes section, I've got this is the episode landing page. So whatever the most recent episode is shows up here, and then all the past episodes, and you can see that they're automated. I've got all the cover photos automated as well, using an AI model, and then everything's pretty much automated. If you upload an audio file, it will transcribe it. It'll write the episode content, etc. This is the detail page. You can go through here. You can obviously play it. I've got the audio off right now, but it's got nice little visualization. It's got table of contents for SEO purposes, and because everything's modeled in a way that I know who the guests were, who the hosts were during that session. Even the transcript is created automatically. It's also searchable. There's a CTA at the bottom, and then other episodes that are related. I haven't finished the footer yet. And then there's a light and dark mode to this website. And there's a guest directory, so I can come in here and, if I only want to see people that have, are talking about habitat restoration, I can do that. I can clear that filter. Let's see, like dam, delta, if you're fishing delta, different companies. So all this stuff is, classified, and then you can search very quickly. And we talked to a lot of people, but yeah. So then at the guest level, let's see. I'll get somebody that's been on more than twice here. Anthony, Chuck, I think. Yeah. So this is what the detail page looks like for the guest. All the episodes that they've been on, and then the host page is set up sort of similar. So there's current hosts, past hosts. You can come in here, see everything that the host was associated with. And yeah, so that's pretty much the front end, and then on the back end, there's the blog itself, which is the blog index. Don't really have anything set up under there, but the podcast is where most of the goodness is. There's show settings, so all this stuff is in here, and then based on the show branding, can come in here. There's cover art backgrounds and default backgrounds, and then these are what I consider fallbacks for any of the cover art that wasn't found at the episode level. And then you can come into the episodes. There's guest onboarding. I didn't really cover that, but you can onboard guests automatically in the system. So when they're coming up, there's pretty much everybody's been onboarded, but there's a whole onboarding workflow, because that actually takes a lot of time to do that part. And then there's different seasons. So if you come into seasons, this is where the cover art comes into effect also. So this is the cover art. And then based on the cover art and then the title, I've got the AI working so that it will basically superimpose cover art and give it, nice graphics over the top of it. So that actually chewed up a lot of time as well, because the last time I did the podcast, AI didn't exist. So these were things that I wanted to automate and finally get to, which is awesome. So that's kind of like a really quick overview of what the back end looks like as well. Yeah, there's a bunch of other AI based moderation tools, content generation tools. You don't really have to do much other than upload the episode, and then it'll do the rest. So if you come in here, you put in stuff, and then when you drag and drop the episode in, it kicks off a bunch of different workflow and generates everything automatically. So you can also override them at any point, because I like to have a human in the loop on this stuff still. It's not 100% all the time, but anything with a little sparkly icon on it is AI generated, can be AI generated stuff. And there's a couple here too. So generate the cover art, get the AI assist is a sanity feature, but this is the generate cover art's custom. So anyway, that's the podcast project.